I learned that grandma had cancer. I immediately threw away my beloved game and went to see her. Then I made up my mind to stay by her side. I got up at 5 o'clock every morning to help grandma sell porridge. On the way home, I also accompanied her to visit friends, but I did all this not out of pure filial piety, but to get grandma's inheritance. In fact, as soon as I arrived at her house, I secretly took photos of the house to post online and sell it. When I learned that the house was worth 1 million yuan, I began to fantasize about the life of a rich man. That day, grandma put on her most beautiful clothes and sat at the door. She was looking forward to the family gathering day. It was the first time I saw her happy look, and I thought I had no chance. But on the way to the temple, no one from uncle's family was waiting for her. Her shoes rubbed her feet, but she refused to change them because they were a gift from her son. She loved her son with all her heart. But I found that when uncle's family was praying, no one mentioned grandma. I was very angry and thought uncle was insincere, but grandma actually revealed my purpose. I felt very embarrassed after being exposed. As chemotherapy went on, her condition got worse and worse. I used a beauty filter to make her smile. I saw her secretly hide the fallen hair, and finally had to shave it all off. I felt sorry for grandma, but I said nothing. Grandma didn't like the leftovers in the refrigerator because she couldn't finish them alone. But now, she was very grateful that I could stay with her. I finally got her approval, but I wasn't happy at all. One day, grandma's money was stolen. The surveillance showed that it was my uncle who did it. That money was originally used to buy a cemetery, but grandma didn't blame him. On the contrary, she went to ask her brother for help, but was severely scolded. On the way home, she didn't say a word. I couldn't help but ask her why she had to buy a big cemetery. It turned out that she thought if she had a beautiful cemetery, someone would come to see her. Hearing this, I held grandma's hand tighter. As her condition worsened, she couldn't sleep at night and was in great pain. I just stayed quietly by her side. But in the end, she still left the house to her son. I felt very unwilling. I angrily ran to question her. Was it because I didn't take good enough care of her? I left in a huff. Later, grandma returned to living alone. No one came to see her again. Through the surveillance, I saw her lonely figure. I finally couldn't help shedding tears. When I learned that grandma was sent to a nursing home, I immediately went to pick her up and take her home. Grandma nodded with a smile. In the end, I accompanied her through the last days of her life. On the day of the funeral, I received a phone call. It turned out that grandma had left me 10 million US dollars. She had been saving that money since I was in primary school, because I once promised her that when I grew up, I would buy her a big house. I used this inheritance to buy her the best resting place. In fact, in my heart, grandma was always the first.